Yo, 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 yo! Merry Christmas sa lahat! Nako, magandang papasko. Ang ibibigay ng ating pambato. Hopefully, mag-start siya ngayon. Merry Christmas! Pagbati, maraming salamat kay Paul Angelo Farillo. Thank you so much sa iyong maliit na tip. Maraming salamat. Malaki na po yan. Salamat po. Thank you. Happy viewing. Sa inyo lahat yan. I think in 15 minutes magsisimula na. Schedule siya ng 12:30 ng madaling araw dito sa US. Merry Christmas! Maraming salamat po. Thank you dyan sa mga taga-Oman. Maraming salamat po kay Melquides Tabacuero. Thank you so much. Happy viewing. Ready na ba kayo? Mukhang mag-i-start yata yung bago nilang import. Tingnan natin ang magiging kalakaran. Mamaya-maya. Makikikain po sa mga Magnonoche Buena mamaya. Ano po ba ang ating handa? Yes. Magandang balita. Starting 5 daw si Idol Kai SOTTO, which is very good news para sa ating lahat. I think majority ng mga nagsasabi na kailangan talaga mag-start na si Kai SOTTO. At kung kailangan nila ng scoring sa second half, ay nandiyan si DJ Johnson para sa scoring. Kasama niya si Sunday Ditch at saka itong si Ian Clark, isa po itong scorer. So malaman po natin mamaya. Pagbati, shoutout mula kay Dwayne Jaisel. Shoutout sa mga taga Mindanaoans. At Kaijo Phenomenon takes over the game. Starters on 5. Yan. Happy viewing po sa ating mga kababayan dyan sa Mindanao. Pagbati mula kay Dwayne Jaisel. Maraming salamat po. Yo. Merry Christmas! Yung mga inaanak natin dyan, mamaya kakatok na bukas. Sa akin mga inaanak na malalaki na, patawarin nyo ako, ako'y malayo sa inyo. Merry Christmas! Watching from CDO City. Maraming salamat po sa mga taga Cagayan de Oro mula kay Basil or Basil Labis. Maraming salamat po. Huwag lang maging Crocs. Si Ian Clark, yes. According sa kanyang stats, napakababa po na kanyang assist. Mga 1 assist per game. So we'll see kung anong experiment ang gagawin nila. Shoutout kay Ramilio Felipe. Happy viewing dyan sa Kapatan, Tugigaraw City. Shoutout sa inyong lahat dyan. Maraming salamat sa inyong pamilya, anak, pamangkin, asawa, girlfriend, sa inyong mga jowa-jowa dyan. Maraming salamat po. Sana ay hindi malamig ang inyong Pasko. Romel Punsalan, shoutout from Davao City. Happy viewing po. Mga kababayan natin dyan sa Davao. Malapit na ho, malapit na. Mga less than 10 minutes siguro, mag-uumpisa na ang laban. It will start in about 10 minutes po. Kung on time sila, in 10 minutes. At siyempre, huwag niyong kakaligtaan yung jump ball. Importante yung jump ball mamaya. Baka si Kai Soto po ang starting. So, of course, very iconic po pag nakikita natin pambato na nagja-jump ball sa starting 5. Merry Christmas po. Baka naman jersey. Pag nakapasok po ng NBA si Kai Soto, mamimigay po tayo ng original na jersey. NBA po. Promise. Boss, shoutout naman po sa mga tropa carpenter ng Auckland, New Zealand. Unang Pasko po namin dito. Salamat po sa live game, boss. Thank you rin po. Naku, napakalungkot pala. Sana kasama niyo yung pamilya habang nagse-celebrate po ng Pasko ng malayo. Alam ko at naintindihan ko po kung paano gaano kahirap mag-celebrate ng Pasko sa ibang bansa. Ibang-iba po. Tulad po sa ating Pilipinas, no? Iba po talaga yung celebration dyan. Kape na malamig na madaling araw sa inyo dyan. Naku po, nagpo-frozen po sa labas. At kung nabalitaan nyo po ang balita rito, nagkaroon po ng blizzard dito sa may amin. So napakalamig po ngayon, -30 ang temperatura at talagang papasok po sa ilong mo at sa utak mo yung lamig. Napakadelikado po sa labas ngayon. Tiyempo naman wala tayong trabaho, napakaswerte. Salamat po sa live kaputos kahit po nasa workload pa rin para suporta kay Kai Soto. Thank you, Nino Rivera. Happy viewing. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Bo, shoutout naman dyan po sa mga Tao Gama o 3 Kilyon de Bulihan, Malbar, Batangas. Shoutout po sa tropa ng Tao Gama P 1968. Yan ba? Si Sed Free Hapa. Yan po. Starting 5 nila parehas pa rin nung sa Lunes. Sana. Hanggat hindi natin nakikita yung jump ball na yan, alam nila. Pa-shoutout. Eliasar Melendez. Shoutout sa iyo. Happy viewing. Ay, grabe po ang lamig sa labas. Magagawa sana ako ng video pero tinamad na ako. Napakalamig po. Ang lakas kasi ng hangin Okay lang yung lamig yung lakas ng hangin. Sir, hintay-hintay lang po. Hindi pa po nagsisimula, kaya picture pa lang yan. Solid Kaiju, Kaputos. Pa-shoutout po si Gino Semede. Shoutout po Kapuntos Soy Hemedes. Salamat po, happy viewing. Pa-shoutout Idol Lodi ay Basketball PH. Naku, salamat po. Ayan po, isa sa mga tanyag na YouTuber. Maraming po salamat sa pagdaan at Basketball PH. Happy viewing po sa inyo. Merry Christmas po sa inyo. Ninong Kaputos, pa-shoutout naman sa lahat ng engineering team. Innova Hospitality. Amnicum Nilo. Binaliktad mo ba yung pangalan mo? Hindi naman, no? Salamat po, happy viewing po dyan. Naku, baka kayo matanggal sa trabaho at mahuli kayo nanonood. Shoutout sa mga taga-Tawi-Tawi. Bumabati rin si Joel Codilla. Merry Christmas po sa inyo at sa family po niya. Maraming salamat po. Merry Christmas din po sa inyo. Sana po ipagpalain kayo. Lahat yan ng ating mga kapuntos. God bless po sa inyo lahat. Recycle, pa-shoutout po. Merry Christmas po. Castanes family from Santiago City, Isabela. Happy viewing po dyan. Thank you so much sa mga nanonood sa Santiago City, Isabela. Thank you po. Sa mga nagtatanong, ang start po kasi dito 12:30 ng madaling araw dito sa amin. And magte 12:30 na po, siguro in mga 3 minutes. Lalarga na po ito. Hintay-hintay lang tayo mga kapuntos. Happy viewing, JP Asnalul from Basilan. Happy viewing po dyan. Salamat sa live stream, kaputos. Solid Kai supporter watching from Panorama City, California. Javin Paul Balatbat. Happy viewing po dyan sa mga taga West Coast. Medyo maaga-aga pa dyan, kaya okay pa. Pwede pa mag-beer. Idol, shoutout po. Beherano family, Solid King Kai. Joel Codilla, shoutout. Raymond Galang, pa-shoutout po. O, shoutout sa iyo, Raymond Galang. Happy viewing po sa inyo. Ayon sa mga ating kaputos dyan, starting 5 daw po si Kai Soto. Kaya abangan po natin at hindi po natin nakikita, hindi pa po confirm. Pwede po magbago yan. Shoutout sir from Bahrain. Solid supporter po ako ni Kai. Always watching. Roel Rabasio. Happy viewing po. Happy viewing din kay Raymond Magno. Shoutout po sa inyo. Maraming po salamat. Shoutout din dito sa mga Hermosa Bataan Lodge. Hermosa ba yan? Galing kay John Kyrie or Kirby Lingad. Happy viewing po dyan. Shoutout kay Mikey Williams from New Portland, Canada. Galing kay Cheese 674. Yan, mga kababayan natin sa shoutout. Malapit na po magsimula. Antay-antay lang tayo. Kumuha muna kayo ng tubig. O kaya ng kape. Yan tayo, nagkakape na po rito. Thank you dyan sa mga Bawan, Batangas. Joselito Castor, happy viewing po dyan. Ayon mismo kay Cheese 674, second 5 si Kai. Ayan na. Ayan na. Bumabalandra na. Andiyan na ang pustahan.
Cleveland, this is going to be an absolute beauty. Let's look at a same game. We're going to take the over points. It's a high number, 178.5. But both teams like to get up and down and put the ball in the hole. We'll take Robert Franks. He'll go 20 plus. That number's way too low. And Kyle Adnam, he took 6 3-pointers the other night. He'll make at least one. Enjoy the game and gamble responsibly.
You know the score. Stay in control. Gamble responsibly.
Yo. Merry Christmas po!
Adelaide is lit, with Ian Clark arriving in search of the chip. An NBA title and one with the Kings. Clark has done some amazing things. But CJ and Co know it's one game at a time. Tonight it's the Phoenix who really are flying. Creek walks into a 3. Oh yeah! So roll up, and enjoy our show. For the NBL's 12 games of Christmas continues to flow. Live from the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, round 12 of the 100 Jacks NBL continues with the 36ers rolling out the welcome mat.
Nako, sinasabotahe tayo.
And Santa for the in-form Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Both these teams are top 4 in the competition for scoring, which suggests the fans are in for an up-tempo, high-scoring shootout tonight. The Phoenix have already had 2 wins against Adelaide this season, one of those in overtime. But it's their first trip to South Australia as part of their 4 games in 10-day adventure. Hello everybody, I'm John Casey. Merry Christmas Eve to you. I hope you are ready for some entertainment tonight from the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Adelaide are playing the 3rd of 4 straight home games and their form is immaculate at the moment. Last Saturday they had their...
Shout out Raymond Galang, shout out sa inyo. Shout out po mga kapuntos. Shout out po kapuntos, Galang family and V Luna ng Pampanga ang Pampanga. Yan. Maraming salamat po Raymond Galang and to the Galang family. Welcome. Happy viewing po. Shout out to Jomabil 14 TV. Shout out Idol. Salamat po. At shout out din kay Kervin Guevara. Happy viewing po.
Well done, Case. Merry Christmas to you and Merry Christmas to everybody watching. Compliments of the season to Pete Hooley and Corey Williams. It's Christmas Eve. This game needs no setting up. We're here to have some fun, but to set it up a little, look at the ladder positions. Southeast Melbourne sitting in 3rd.
Shout out kay Jobibs Cruz TV. Happy viewing po. Merry Christmas lahat.
Outside that playoff bracket, but Pete, with Ian Clark in town, in a giving mood for CJ Bruton, he hopes. I wonder whether Adelaide's climb might continue.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm excited for this one. If you're not excited...
Merry Christmas kapunto. Shout out Jacinto family of Marikina City. Happy viewing po. Galing po kay Cristo Faye. Cristo Faye.
The top 6 get into the playing tournament. They hope that man Ian Clark is going to help, and why wouldn't he? He's got championship experience, not just in the NBL last season, but over in the States. He's a veteran who's going to really settle them when they need to be settled. He's going to provide that punch off the bench, and look, I'm stoked that he's back in the league. I'm sure Sydney Kings fans.
Happy viewing kay JR Sky TV mula yan po sa ating taga-Occidental. Shout out bro, Merry Christmas. Homes to Subdivision. Wait, hold on. Shout out from Mary Home to Subdivision mula po kay The Havoc Haidar Channel. Happy viewing po. Marapit na po nagsimula mga kapuntos, kaya antabay lang kayo. Magsisimula na tayo. Shout out sa asawa ko na si Seren Posadas mula po kay Ronnie Mateo Mata. Salamat po. Broughton will give Kai all out in court. Sana, no? Bigyan siya ng go signal or green light para magawa lahat yung gusto niya. Shout out watching Rasa Palawan. Yan, mula kay John Lafuente. Salamat po. Thank you po. Merry Christmas po. Thank you po. Shout out kay Eliezer Melendres. Happy viewing po. Shoutout din sa Pamilya Bernardo. Merry Christmas Kapuntos galing kay Dandre Bernardo. Salamat po. Sana totoong natuto na si CJ Broton. Huwag ka muna makulit sa small ball. Ayun na si Kai, starting 5.
Some of his biggest games are against his former team, the 36ers, and you know he's going to be up for a big one. And as we can see, the champion starting 5. Tony's Cleveland, money-making Mitch McCarron, Sunday Dutch, Robert Franks, and Kai Sotto.
I like Kai Sotto staying in the starting lineup. Just provides a little spark off the bench. There you have Ian Clark and Daniel Johnson coming into that champion starting 5.
Okay, hold nyo muna yung mga shoutout guys. Hold muna, nood muna tayo. Para naman sa mga nanonood, no? Para hindi tayo masyado maingay. Kalimitan nababaliw sila kapag nagsasalita ako. Tingnan lang natin itong jump ball guys. Happy viewing po sa lahat.
Christmas Eve, what an exciting night. It's great to
Ito
have
na.
basketball a part of it as the 12 games of Christmas rolls on in the NBL, and it's the home team with first possession. Both of these clubs having won their last 2 games. And Antonius Cleveland is looking the goods as he approaches the back end of the season. The rebound taken by Robert Franks.
Look, this is a key matchup. Robert Franks versus Mitch Creek, another high-caliber power forward in this NBL.
Yeah, no doubt. This is worth the price of admission alone.
These two teams, top 2 in the league when it comes to O boards. And we see one already going to Adelaide. And it's Trey Kill. Goes to Junior Madut. Can he open the scoring? He's easy to find. The net, not so much. Both sides empty with their first possession, but not the second.
Christmas coming over Robert Franks because that was 3 steps.
Ingat sa foul kay, ingat sa foul. Baka ma-foul masyado.
2 rebounds as well. And Robert Franks would be looking at this matchup. He'll take this personally.
100%.
Here's Kyle Adnam to Creek. What a run he's on, Mitch Creek. And he's off and running again today. Scores of 24, 22, 46 and 29. They're his last 4 outings.
There's the reason he's so efficient, because not only does he try and not force it on that first bump with the right hand, he gets back to his left hand, doesn't shoot the first one, gets a little bit of a pump to get Costello in the air, and then goes up and finishes.
So a travel call here on Adelaide.
It's the right call right there. Got a little excited, had the mismatch. Took his steps before he dribbled.
Sunday Ditch off a nice game against Tasmania. 12 points, 26 minutes on court. And now possession taken by Adelaide. It's Cleveland looking for Franks, and Cleveland says you're not here in time.
That's just athleticism, a little bit of luck with that. But in the open court, he is so athletic. Great defense. Come on, man, defensive player. Yeah, you got to take care of that ball.
Yeah, he's always looking for that, and was looking for the pass. I think originally he thought it was Rob Franks. He was thinking about throwing the lob, looked back, saw a Sunday Desch and just tried to finish and did that. And that's what Dane Pinot does really well. Gets to the right spot on the offensive end for dump-off finishes. You're not going to throw the ball to him and say, go get a bucket one-on-one, but he'll put himself in that right position. He'll be really solid on the ball screen, and expect him to fight for offensive rebounds as well.
SOTTO for Cleveland, back to Mitch McCarron, so consistent for them all season. Mitch McCarron, be it rebounding, assisting, scoring at times now.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul.
And you know what? That is a great dig by Kyle Adnam. Robert Franks and Adelaide, they're going to do a really good job trying to go at Mitch Creek. They're under man. Let's see if we can get him in foul trouble. Kyle Adnam doing a great job getting his hand on that ball.
And what you can't do if you're Adelaide, when you're trying to do that, go out and get Mitch Creek in foul trouble, you can't stand still. Mitch McCarron, he had the pass to Rob Franks down low. You got to cut, screen away to take Kyle Adnam away from it. This guy is a tremendous one-on-one scorer. It's going to be hard against Mitch Creek, and if you bring Kyle Adnam into dig, it's going to be near impossible as well.
There's a clear example why that rule was brought in. Kyle Adnam to be off on the fast break, and Franks infringing.
I feel good for Kyle Adnam. Struggled to shoot the rock the other night. Never shy. Also had a stick with the 36ers way back.
Had a season-high game of 30 points against Tasmania early this season. On cue for you, Pete Hurley.
This is what happens. You send a guy who struggled the other night to the free throw line to get his eye in, feels really good about it. Then you go underneath the ball screen and let him stroll into a 3-ball. So he's just hit 2 free throws, and you go underneath the ball screen, he's going to take that every single time.
But the great thing about having a guy like Kyle Adnam, a crafty, trusty, experienced veteran, coming off your bench, if you're undermanned, which they are at that point guard position, he could slot right into the starting role and get busy and produce.
And you're right, he was in Adelaide as a development player 2013-14, then Illawarra, 3 seasons at Melbourne, now in his 4th at the Phoenix after also a 1-year stint at Sydney. Kyle Adnam, he's been around, but he's found home at the Phoenix. He was feeling hot, just goes a little cool as that one rims away for Cleveland to take the rebound.
Yeah, Dave Pinot, he's not going to go up and block and meet anybody at the rim. Just going to play really solid. Just stays down on that one. Tony's Cleveland tries to force something. It was a good cut from Sunday Detch. 9 points already on the board for the Phoenix.
SOTTO, always creating so much attention in the Philippines, and down low, Robert Franks.
Just great offense. That out of bounds play, real good kick. Wide open layup for Franks.
And now Adnam draws the foul.
Doing a really good job putting his head to the basket. Adelaide are having trouble. I mean, obviously they give up 90-plus points per game, so defensively hasn't been their strong suit. Defense, I'm sorry. So Adnam getting to the paint. So far in this quarter, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix have had no problem doing it.
Detch picks up his first foul. Haven't there been some headaches for that man, Simon Mitchell? Compared to some of their wins mid-season, they have since lost Joe Chi, Ryan Brockhoff, Gary Brown, and Alan Williams.
Those
Rebound kay Kaya, rebound
NBA
isa.
men and your assist-leading import court.
Those are some huge outs. Pretty much their rotation.
Well, it is. And again, this can be a bit of a silver lining, though, for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, because up until the last game, there was a lot of question marks around their bench production. We heard Simon Mitchell in the press conference, and there he is again. Dave Pinot, just in the right spot.
Good job.
The right time.
Him a good. Finding him on the old board.
So all the question marks around their bench, now they have no choice but to play these
Foul
guys.
pa si
You get the
Kyle, no?
confidence in them to continue to produce. By the time the season rolls around, it's business end.
Parang wala namang foul yun,
Ryan Brockhoff comes back, Gary Brown, Alan Williams, then that bench is already feeling confident, and you're playing finals basketball, and we know how important the bench is in finals. They're going to be feeling really good about themselves. It's all about just continuing to steady the ship, get as many wins as you can until you get to full strength, and they're going to give this a real shake.
This is a huge game for both teams, but definitely Adelaide to keep their chances alive. They'll actually, I believe, jump into the top 6 if they get this win.
Dane Pinot makes the back end after the big triple from Sunday Detch. 13-9 early in the first quarter on Christmas Eve at Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Southeast Melbourne having won 7 of their last 9 games. Adelaide their last 2, and again from outside, Adelaide deliver. It's the same hand, Detch.
I don't feel good. Sunday Detch went through a bit of a shooting slump a few weeks ago, and last few games he started to find his stroke.
Adnam blows past McCarran and drops the shot.
8 points already for Kyle Adnam.
Listen, you know he's a threat from the 3, so it has to be a hard closeout, but you put the ball on the deck again. Adelaide not doing a good job keeping the Phoenix out of the paint. Okay. KC Uno talking that talk.
Yeah, loving it. Mitch Creek giving it back as well.
Mukhang sumisilip na si DJ Johnson,
That's
ah.
right.
It's the festive season. It's the season to be giving, and they're giving each other a bit of lip, and they're giving each other problems at both ends.
They're giving each other buckets and very limited defense. That's all we
No,
want.
That's what we want. I don't know if Adelaide want that, but we're fine with it from over here.
Here's McCarran. The spin fade away, and he drops the shot. Nice move, Mitch McCarran.
Mamaya na sub, coach.
5 minutes
Hindi pa
gone.
nag-iinit eh.
33-point score. It's the Phoenix by 1, undermanned, but fighting hard after a performance against Brisbane. Their coach labelled tremendously gutsy. That double overtime win, they then had that pickup game because of New Zealand's COVID drama against Brisbane.
3 days' notice.
Won that one. And they're trying to take down Adelaide, but if Mitch McCarran Keeps delivering shots like that. It will be easier said than done. Ruben Tarangi out there.
Labas agad, labas agad.
His first shot off the mark.
Slow down the ball. Come on. Franks
Got a little bit lucky. Robert Franks was on his way to the basket. Nobody stopped the ball.
There's the Adelaide coach. When it comes to the Phoenix coach, he recognised Adelaide's strength. Once they get into open court and free-flowing, they're very dangerous. The intent will be to slow them down. Here's Nick Marshall, seeing good minutes this year. A development player who sets up Robert Franks.
It's just a beautiful take by Franks. I like the fact Franks is uber aggressive. Obviously, that matchup between he and Mitch Creek, but also with them under man, Mitch Creek can't get in foul trouble early. So that's just an opportunity for Robert Franks to keep attacking.
Good to hear the Christmas carols blaring in the background. John Casey is immersed in all of that. Earlier on, he spoke with Trey Kell about the challenge of covering all the missing men at the Phoenix.
You know, we wish we were in some better circumstances with some of the guys being out, but you know, we just no excuses. You know, it's part of the schedule. Things come up, things you can't really control, and you know, we're looking forward to this game tonight. And hopefully, you know, give us an early Christmas present.
Big Source has been outstanding. How do you cover for him?
Just, you know, I think it's a collective effort. I mean, like you said, Alan's been great for us all year. I don't think one guy is going to be able to, you know, replace what he's brought to us. But, you know, if everyone can just raise their game up 5-10%, and be able to fill that void, and hopefully you'll have him back by the next road trip.
Well, Pete, back to your earlier point, with those players missing, it does mean more minutes for others. And players like Dane Pinot, Junior Madut against Brisbane, when they played more minutes, they delivered their season highs for points, rebounds and assists, each of them.
Yeah, exactly right. And when it gives you a bit more confidence as one of those players coming in, because you're not on a shorter leash. You're going to have to play through mistakes because those minutes are there. And look, the one player that was always going to be the big question mark if they lost was Alan Williams, because now Joe Chi is gone as well. All of a sudden, Dane Pinot was their third-string centre, is now their starting centre, whereas Gary Brown, Ryan Brockhoff, Junior Madut's played minutes throughout this season already. Owen Foxwell's played some minutes, Ruben Tarangi, so you can kind of fill that. Alan Williams is going to be the one they couldn't afford to lose. We'll see how they respond.
Loose ball that falls the way of Phoenix, and it falls for Mitch Creek, but he's off the mark from outside. Nick Marshall goes back to McCarran. Adelaide's Twitter handle calling Nick Marshall Saint Nick today, in the Christmas spirit, promising that he will deliver. And Adelaide have hit the lead by 3.
To have that man coming off your bench, nobody over there on that court right now that can stop that.
Daniel Johnson, a 3-time All-NBL first selection. He's Adnam, he liked the look. And another one drops from range.
That's going to be a switch. So Rob Franks, you saw him kind of bite on it, try a little bit of a hedge. Mitch McCarran caught the roll, couldn't get back in front. That just has to be a late switch because Kyle Lanham already knocked one down. You know he's feeling good. He's in double figures with 11 points already.
Averaging 9 points per season, 11 in the first quarter, if you don't mind.
Dalawang magkasunod na play para kay DJ Johnson, no, kanina. Isang poste, tapos isang pick and roll. Di man lang nabigyan si Kai kanina. Shout out kay Aneli Necesario, watching from Singapore. Shout out po. Happy viewing.
We might all be in the mood for some fun. It's Christmas. It's time to let the guard down a little bit there, playing hard. You're right, Corey. It's a big game for both teams.
It sure is.
He's got an accidental elbow from Mitch Creek right across the nose.
And if the Phoenix were to be able to pull this out, that would be extremely impressive.
Yeah, given Simon Mitchell referred to the Brisbane win as tremendously gutsy, I wonder what he'd describe this one as. Significantly undermanned. Trey Kell off the mark. The rebound to Adelaide. And Daniel Johnson off the bench. What a luxury.
Does that so well. Daniel Johnson, 2 more fouls with the best of them in the NBL.
Just so talented. He's taking, as a center, taking a shooting guard off the dribble from the 3.
Well, we've been plugging this for a while, and it's worth plugging. Scan that QR code. Party with Shaq in the US. I've been thinking about what that party should look like. I've moved for it to start with a round of golf, pre-dinner drinks, Shaq to take us to the best barbecue restaurant he knows, maybe the tables afterwards, and then some stories in the limo home. Pete, can you top that?
No, well, you lost me at golf. Have you seen him? Golf swing?
That's what I want to take him golfing for.
I'd love to be golfing, but between him and Charles Barkley with the golf swing, it's... if you're taking him on the golf course so you feel better about your own swing, then by all means.
Hanging with Shaq in America would be 100% an episode out of Entourage.
Yeah, I'm taking liberties. It's party with Shaq. Not have a whole day with Shaq, but I'm sure our winners gratefully would enjoy a whole day if he afforded them that luxury. And he might. He's such a good bloke. We've spoken to numerous people who dealt with him on his recent Australian tour. Not a bad word said as Daniel Johnson pinged for an offensive foul.
That's just really good scout, really good read from Mitch Creek. Old teammates, know each other very well. So you've got to try and defend Daniel Johnson because he wants to draw contact, gets back to his spin move, just beats him to the spot.
Real good defense.
Daniel Johnson in his 13th season at Adelaide, where Mitch Creek spent 8 years.
Know each other very
Don't play with each other for 8 years, Pete, and not know each other like the back of your hand.
Exactly right.
Owen Foxwell in jersey 30.
Nice.
Some nice moments this year as Cleveland picks up the loose ball. And now it's Hiram Harris drawing the foul.
Can't be loose with the ball. Yeah, can't be loose with the ball around Antonius Cleveland because you let him get out in the break. He's so exciting. He can be down the other end in a heartbeat.
bully.
Talk to me.
I was at that open air game yesterday.
Oh, we saw you, Corey.
Man, listen. That's my favorite game of the year.
Well, isn't
Beautiful. The weather. It was pretty much a sellout. Fantastic game. It was close. Ray John Tucker destroyed Cairns.
There's another open air game coming up next year.
Yeah.
Well, this season, but next year.
But I'll tell you this right now. Aside from that, that win by Melbourne United sets up tomorrow night.
Boy, it doesn't what?
Christmas night against the Kings in Sydney. Look, I can't front. Put my opinion aside of Melbourne United.
We will never do. We'll never
They are balling. Shaley back. They official.
There it is. You see it there, 6:30 tomorrow night, Christmas Day game.
I can't wait to see the matchup between Shaley and you know who? Derek Walton Jr.
Matchups galore.
Matchups galore.
Good crowd forecast, fun atmosphere inside the arena. Whatever you're doing tomorrow, we hope there's a bit of time and the opportunity to take in the first Christmas Day professional sporting event in Australia. Harris again. Reverse layup was well off the mark just before we get too far away from last night. The picture's sensational, shown around the world, no doubt. Sunglasses inside at night, Corey.
Listen, that's how I roll. I'm a rock star. That's what rock stars do.
Man bag across the chest.
All day.
Rock star. Yep.
No doubt.
Well, actually, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. With the roof off, I can understand.
Yo, even with the roof closed. That's what rock stars do.
We love it. Now, Foxwell. Step back for three. Owen Foxwell, bottom of the net, big play, Southeast Melbourne.
What confidence this young fella is playing with. Another one who Simon Mitchell trusts everyone they're at full strength if they need a couple minutes to spark something and throw him out there.
I mean, he's been balling. Look, you talk about confidence coming off the bench. That's a DP, ain't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the best DPs in this league, which is a conversation I'm going to have this whole week.
That's a big,
you watch out for that next video.
That's a big conversation.
Shout out to all the DPs doing their thing.
Playing his 10th game of the season, Corey.
It was fantastic. Look what he did coming in last game. You know, he couldn't stop, obviously, Derek Walton Jr., but he did just enough. Came in, got some charges, hit some baskets, and, you know, tried to harass him. And they got the stops, enough stops to get that W.
And Torrey Smith-Milner hasn't seen a lot of game time either this season as a replacement player, Pete, but there's a nice block to get him going tonight.
Oh, look, if they probably reviewed that, it might have gone back to the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Tough call that. Looks like Hiram Harris, but yeah, Smith-Milner, nominated replacement player, who's been around the league for a few seasons now. It comes in handy when you need to fill this big man department.
Championship winner at Melbourne, tall Smith-Milner, 27, played 118 NBL games, so very experienced. A nice man for Simon Mitchell to call on.
Phoenix again, talking about bringing energy on. Foxwell's come in, brought the energy with Kyle Adam and Mitch Creek sitting down. My still biggest concern, we haven't seen Ian Clark. Again, we're not sure if he'll even step on the floor or how much he's going to play because he only just touched down in Adelaide a few days ago. Is still their defence. Now, if you're giving up 90-plus points a game, it's going to be near impossible, I would say, to win this league with how strong some of the defensive teams are the top of the ladder.
Final minute of the opening quarter. Southeast Melbourne by 5 as Daniel Johnson puts it on the floor, gets to the board and comes away with 2 points.
Maybe they're just one of those teams that can score more than every other team.
It's a good flash to that high post. Easy layup for him, but it's on this end.
On Foxwell. As you mentioned, the development player. 10th game, averaging 14 minutes per game, no less. Junior Madut in the corner. Phoenix go bang late in the opening term.
It's a great kick from Owen Foxwell. Mitch McCarron biting and helping off the strong side corner when that drive came from Owen Foxwell. Can't do that. Junior Madut, feet set, knocked it in.
Sunday Ditch. Shot away in time, but off the mark. So Southeast Melbourne head to the first break as visitors.
Naku, wala silang depensa sa gitna, butas na butas. Kahit kanina eh. Alright. Sana makapasok sa second quarter itong si Kai Sotto, no? Medyo nag-iinit pa itong si DJ Johnson. But anyway, pagbati, Merry Christmas, Kapuntos, Erwin Bolante, Isabela, galing kay Jock Bolante. So happy viewing. Thank you so much. Umuulan. Niretract. Ang babad na babad itong si Robert Franks. Dapat kasi kahit papaano magkasabay si Kai Sotto at si DJ Johnson, no? Parang bibihira magkasabay si DJ at si Kai. So dapat talaga ipagpahinga rin ito si Robert Franks. Kasi na kay DJ Johnson yung opensa, pero wala siyang depensa. Mas malakas sa defense si Kai. Kaya siguro maganda magsabay sila mamaya. Tingnan natin. Merry Christmas mula kay Quilarnejo Vlogs. Thank you so much, Quilarnejo Vlogs. Yan. Thank you so much po. One rebound, 1 assist si Kai Sotto. 1 rebound, 1 assist, no points. Wala pa siyang shot attempts yata, no? Shoutout po dito sa Sogo Hotel, Cubao. Kay Jong Motorrider. Ginagawa nyo dyan sa Sogo. Pa-shoutout po kay Michael Jordan Reyes from Okinawa, Indonesia. Paano napunta? Okinawa ba yan? Japan yan, di ba? Shoutout naman kay Persus Salve na idol si Kai. Galing kay Second Lieutenant Jeron Salve. Tama ba, Second Lieutenant? Salamat po. Ito na.
He is doing absolutely absolutely whatever he wants out there, and it started with the 2 free throws. Got him going, started hitting a couple of threes, diving on the ball, gets the backcourt. That's the 7th turnover for the 36ers.
Well, 32 points coming up from Adelaide in the first quarter. It's way too many. Again, defense is still going to be the issue, and I'll tell you what, handoffs to somebody's back is always going to be tough, and Kyle Adam just had more energy, more effort, and he's up and about, and why wouldn't he be? 13 points, 4 or 5 from the field.
Yeah, put on the line by Adelaide. John Casey, what was said at quarter time?
Exactly.
Shout out kapuntos from Gotong Southern Jensen watching live. Kay Soto fans. Shout out po kapuntos from Balagtas, Bulacan. Sorry, Rico Rodrigo, happy viewing po. Merry Christmas from Hot City, Sydney, Australia. Galing kay Ricky Boy. Happy viewing po dyan.
Assistant coach Jamie Billman pre-game, and he did say that Clark will come onto the floor. Just doesn't expect him to play a lot of minutes though.
Okay, but we do expect to see Ian Clark tonight. Thank you, Case. Plenty of Adelaide fans at the entertainment centre hoping to see their club recruit on Adelaide.
Pagbati kay Angelito Salazar. Nanonood dyan sa Italy. Milan, Italy. Salamat po. Happy viewing.
Frank's second foul, just that possession before. Didn't mean to do it, but his arm rose up. Hitting Mitch Creek in the face, an easy offensive call.
Ditch for Cleveland. Step back for 3, Cleveland. Only Iron and Pino gets
Papasok kasi kay siguro mga 6 or 5 minutes left siguro. Laging ganoon yan eh. 6 or 5 minutes left, papasok si Kai.
In the first quarter tonight.
And he's absolutely right. And he's
Patay, loob na naman.
Where's their heart?
Oh.
Because the Phoenix.
Yari na naman sila dyan sa loob.
Living in the paint. There's no defense being played.
Kaya sinasabi na announcer, no defense.
Same thing and expect different results. Nice take by AC Uno.
Look, that's still
It's a must-win game.
That is why I had the big question mark on Adelaide, because they just haven't shown that the ability to really lock down defensively across the course of 40 minutes of a game.
Cleveland up to 6 points, one of 4 Adelaide players with that tally. And now Nick Marshall. Another of these development players seeing good minutes. And that's a good shot from a man who can drop them from range, Daniel Johnson.
Good decision by Sunday Detch. Pass down his shot to get his big fella a good look as he cashes in.
Extra pass from Creek for Madu, who forces the foul on Marshall.
Happy Christmas. Thank you, Crisanto Buena Obar. Salamat po at sa inyong pagbate. Shoutout sa inyo, sa inyong pamilya. Salamat po.
Amazing season. When he comes in, he is a bucket getter.
Here we go. Look, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm going to give a shout out to all of these DPs this week. Watch out for that video. There's a lot of them balling.
It's been an incredible season for taking opportunities. 2 in this game.
Ayan na naman, sa loob.
Franks and wins.
Fantastic.
Yari na naman.
He's got
Robert Franks got 2.
Exactly right. And if you're the Phoenix, just keep feeding the beast.
Shout out for Idam Sky 41 from North Cotabato. Shout out po. Shout out kay Robert Palma. Shout out sa Kawayan Mix Vlog. Salamat po. Shout out po sa inyo. Merry Christmas sa taga Ulanduta, MRX, Masbate City. Galing po kay Marlon Roda. So, mumabati po siya. Walang depensa si Franks eh.
Adelaide on a roll here as Teacher started rolling towards the rim and drew a whistle instead.
Starter po si Kai. Start po siya. Papasok na yan mamaya-maya. Mga 5 minutes left siguro.
Offense kind of gets lost. They don't know where they're trying to go. They end up trying to force something. Once Ian Clark is at full strength and he's found his feet.
Merry Christmas. Galing dyan sa mga Australia Down Under. Salamat po sa Sonny Malyari.
They'll play a lot of time together as well, but having one of them
Marvin Santos, shoutout sa mga anak ko, sina Jeneline, Cheng, Kobe, and
Where are
Jordan.
we trying to go? What play are we in? Who's hot? Where's the mismatch? They kind of get a little bit lost when Mitch McCarron doesn't have the ball.
I mean, 100%. And that's why Ian Clark is such a perfect fit. Because when you think about it, think last year when he was with Sydney, when Jalen Adams was subbed out, he was the guy making plays happen for everybody. Down the stretch when Jalen Adams was injured and wasn't even playing, he was the guy, whether it was him hitting a big three, making the right pass to Cooks or Dejon Vasiljevic, he was hitting everybody.
Well,
Jarrell Martin, he was the guy.
And I believe that's where the thought process came in. Once they were trying to figure out who the third import was, they assessed what kind of piece do they need. And I think their biggest concern was, one, what happens if Mitch McCarron gets in foul trouble or gets hurt? Who do we have to bring the ball up? Or if teams take the ball out of Mitch McCarron's hands? And then, I'm not sure, they probably listened to Liam Santamaria, who said that Ian Clark type and said, we'll go one better. We'll go get the man himself.
Look, whenever Liam says stuff like that, Liam knows. It usually happens. Shout out to Liam.
Big night for Santa, isn't it?
It
Might
is.
as well
He's
give
a
him a
busy
mention.
man.
Adnam for Tarangi in the corner, way off the mark and put back by Trey Kell.
Fell asleep. Good heads-up play from Kyle Adnam. Shot clock was running down with that inbounds pass. Take advantage of someone who's fallen asleep.
It's Cleveland. You can't fall asleep on him. He kicks it out for Robert Franks, who pumps away from Tarangi. Can't finish. And it's off Southeast Melbourne, so Adnam was desperate. Kai SOTTO draws the foul. He'll go to the line. The Filipino.
It's often taught Kyle Adnam, you love the hustle, but you can't throw it back underneath your opponent's basket.
What did he take with him there? The chicken nuggets, the fish fillets?
I tell you that if I was in that seat,
Let's
I'm
go,
going
Kyle,
right
let's
to
go.
the attendant. Look,
100%.
I need a whole new order
No, look here.
on Kyle Adnam. Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
Here they go.
Oh, didn't even get to him.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what.
She gotta go back upstairs.
100% get a refill, and while they're refilling it, just quickly, you got 10 seconds, pick them up off the floor, get double.
So 40-35, Southeast Melbourne, defying what many thought might happen tonight, given their injuries and unavailabilities, given the form of Adelaide in recent weeks. But they're 12 wins so far, Southeast Melbourne, most in the league.
Oh, they're back. That was quick.
So they were party pies, weren't
Party
they?
pies. Oh, there's probably nothing worse.
When you got premium seats, that food better come quick.
You got party pies for Christmas lunch tomorrow, Pete, before you head up to the Kudos Bank Arena for Sydney, Melbourne.
Oh, you know what? I might have to do a little stop at Hungry Jack's. I might have to do my little Christmas lunch.
So Adelaide back within 4. McCarron, guarded by Adnam. He splits Adnam and Tarangi. Can't get the sort of bounce he was after. And Creek collects another rebound. Adnam left alone to shoot successfully.
That is not a good closeout. That's not a good closeout.
Spot on. Sunday Detch, he's already hit 2 threes.
He got 16.
That's a lazy closeout. It's literally trying to show the coach, I've got my hand up. If he shoots over me, so what? You have to run him off the three-point line.
He's got 16 at 5 of 7, including 3 from 4 outside Corey.
He just, again, slips into that starting point guard role. We know what he can do.
And that's good from Harris, talking about young players. Byron Harris.
Harris, tough. Showed great promise last year. Earned himself a multi-year deal, if I'm correct. Man, Mitch Creek,
We can
nobody
see
stops
right
the
here.
ball.
Hand was down, then he put it up late on the Amy replay.
Okay, shout out kay Saitama. Shout out from Mapaang del Norte. Davao del Oro, I'm sorry. Saitama, shout out sa Mapaang Davao del Oro. Watching from Raha, Muda, Tacorong City, Eden, Biadoma. Watching po. Happy viewing po dyan. Salamat po.
You go get Kyle.
Owen Foxwell spots an opening and it closes illegally.
He's going to go to the free throw. Yeah. I'll tell you what, he was going to pass that to the corner. But the foul came at the right time, and I think he's going to be rewarded with 2 shots.
Don't forget this year, thanks to Latrobe Financial, we're giving away a guaranteed 50K. It's already sitting there, ready to go to the winner. Enter at nbl.com.au/legends.
So there was a baseline ball after the referees had a chat. He was 100% trying to pass it, but I thought the foul came at a time where it looked like he picked it up and he could have made the case well and truly.
Malagay pagbabalik kay Tackle Sports TV dyan sa Bacoor, Cavite. Maraming salamat po. Happy viewing po. Thank you po sa pagbalik. Shoutout din galing kay Renante Capistrano, watching from Dubai.
Comes up with here in terms of forcing the replay center to make an adjudication.
Shoutout sa ating kababayan kay Albert Villaver ng Cagayan de Oro. Maraming salamat po.
He was adamant that he was going to go to the free throw line, but I don't think he's going to be rewarded.
So Kyle Adnam.
Happy viewing kay Sadapil TV from Davao City. Happy viewing po.
From the field, as I mentioned,
Kizax TV watching from Malta.
While Kyle is stepping up big time.
Diyan po, pinopost po ni Cheese 674 yung ano.
No Joe Chi. Alan Williams is out. Enter Kyle Adnam. Reliable. Trusty, crafty. Can shoot the three. We know this. Can get to the rack. Can find others. Fearless. One of the best little guys in the league. He's showing why. You can rely on him.
Some guys' eyes line up when you know you're going to play 30-plus minutes. He's missing key guys, and you need someone to put points on the board. That's what he can do. That's an easy foul call. Kai Sotto just a bit too aggressive on the show. And that's going to be their 15th foul. And, well, in the end, he probably say can't because he gets to go to the free throw line after all that on Foxwell.
Moving screen on Kai Sotto. 43-38, 4 minutes left before the half.
Well, the one positive we can say with Adelaide, they played better defense. They gave up 32 points in the first half, in the first quarter.
Shoutout kay Daniel Castro Pangilinan watching from Angeles City, Pampanga. Happy viewing po.
What history has shown us in the NBA.
Happy viewing din dyan kay Aldrin Quilay sa Santa Rosa, Laguna. Salamat po. Happy viewing.
Anywhere between 79 to 81. That's the magic mark.
Edam Sky 41, shoutout from MXRC North Cotabato chapter. Merry Christmas to all.
Southeast Melbourne, their best defensive performance was keeping Melbourne to 69 in one of the throwdowns.
Bakit ba hindi maipasa-pasa ang bola sa loob?
Phoenix 12-7 coming into this game.
Nakakainis na.
So hunting their fourth road win here.
Dandre Bernardo, Merry Christmas. Shoutout sa mga anak ko na sila Mark Dane, Mark Lay, and Dean Karsten.
Will be very satisfied if they can go on with the job.
That's an and one. He's pumped. Got the mismatch right there.
Pagbati kay Ronald Enyola. Happy viewing po. Shoutout idol from Digos Double Del Sol galing kay Efren Planas. Salamat po.
Oh, he wasn't happy. He thought there was a foul call before that. So I think that aggression and that hype towards the bench was him letting off steam and not having to go towards the referee with a missed call. Yeah, that's fine. That's the way you're going to do it.
Leading by example, Mitch McCarron. So 4 points the difference. Mitch Creek.
Kahit sa defensive side na lang siya, ano muna ngayon. Protektahan niya lang yung ano,
on the floor. Now it's Owen Foxwell.
yung paint area.
Creek. Guarded by Galloway. Still there for Southeast Melbourne. It falls for Kyron Galloway.
And he is in that open court.
Cleveland with the fadeaway, lifted short, but SOTTO is there
Nice.
to put a lid on it.
Love the energy. Kai Sotto. That's what he's got to do. That's what he's Cleveland when he gets out on the
Put
break.
back.
It's really tough to
Thank
stop.
you, Kai. Thank you for the points.
Kai Sotto put a lid on it.
2-point ball game.
Yeah.
Shoutout po
For Southeast
sa lahat
Melbourne.
ng Triskelion Upsilon chapter, Jong Moto Rider. Yun, shoutout po dyan. Salamat po.
Now, in the shadows of halftime, it will be a 36ers ball.
They show glimpses when they get stops, how good they are. We get an opportunity to see them in the open court.
19 Broad,
Right now, if the Phoenix are gonna roll out,
JM68,
Kyle
boss,
Adnam
pa-shoutout
goes
po
to the
from
bench.
Digo
Kyle
City,
Adnam
Double
and
Their
Foxwell
Soul.
on. They've got
Tres
guards
Killian.
like
Merry
Cleveland
Christmas.
that also
Anong
like
stat
to
ni
post
Kai?
up. You've got to pick one of them and try and
I believe meron siyang 3 points, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. Hindi pa ho final yan.
Home game, 6 of 7 at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. And again, it's Harris to get the job done.
Well, that was again designed for Mitch McCarron to post up against Owen Foxwell, but Hiram Harris went away from the play in the NFL to Mitch McCarron. So that's what I'm talking about. The ball's not in Mitch McCarron's hands, and they're trying to get to that mismatch of McCarron versus Foxwell, and they don't get to it.
Watching from Abu Dhabi, Jeriel Villajuan. Salamat po.
On Christmas Eve, it's only fitting and fair that we hear from Adelaide's coach about what he might buy some of his players if the opportunity arose.
First one, Mitch McCarron. I think what I would give him for Christmas, some nappies and some food, and also a good night's sleep. Robert Franks, probably some clippers, not so he looks like me, but just so he can tighten that wig up a little bit. And Tony's Cleveland. A GPS and a new iPhone to make sure that he can get to where he needs to get to on time. Definitely needs to play with as well. Kai SOTTO. I know that the fans would love for me to play in 48 minutes, but what I would give him for Christmas is that he has a tank that he can play for 48 minutes and he can shoot every shot he wants. CJ Bruton. I would just like a win for Christmas and that my family enjoys Christmas together and are happy. From the NBL to all the fans around the globe, I'm wishing you all a safe and happy Merry Christmas.
CJ Bruton, you might just get your Christmas wish. Your team is fighting back to level it at 45 all, and Antonius Cleveland sounds like he needs some life help.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, the playbook's one thing. You've got to get on the halfway through the season. The GPS, I reckon that's a promo thing. I think he might be lost to
Shout out kay Alejandro Terlado. Shout out po. Ayan na.
Adelaide, I'll tell you what, Adelaide's not.
Galing dyan sa Las Piñas.
There's probably no excuses. Mitch Creek is the bottom of that there. Just his 8th point of the game.
Question without notice, Pete Hooley, you're Chris Kringle for Corey Homicide Williams. What are you pulling out of Santa's sack for Corey?
I'll tell you what I am. We've spoke about it pre-game. The Snoo, the bassinet.
Beautiful.
With a baby coming.
Beautiful.
Cannot speak.
Ayan na. Poste na. Ayan na. Yan lang naman ang gagawin.
He did much appreciated from the family.
You know what I get you, Hooley?
Talk to me.
Can't sneak in some Foot Locker.
Creek just wants that shooting hand back working as it has so brilliantly this season.
You know, I like my shoe. I actually think
It's Christmas. Get you a gift.
I've got a shoebox underneath the tree from the wife. Now, I don't know whether she's taking a page out of my book, because normally if I'm giving her something that she wants, you know, it comes in a packet that's obvious.
Right.
I put it inside a shoebox to pretend that it's something that it's not.
Okay.
So she's either taking a page out of my book, or she's maybe followed your lead and always looks next. I'll find out.
Antonio's Cleveland.
Mine.
Oh, extravagant. It doesn't end as he would have liked.
Oh, that is.
The windmill was winding well and truly by the time the ball went near the hoop. Owen Foxwell.
Stay away from the hook shot, Cleveland.
Oh, wow. He gave it a really good wind-up, too.
Sure did.
Here is that mismatch there, trying to hunt. Now, you've got to make sure there's movement, player movement. Everyone's standing still for the Adelaide 36ers after they get to here. Yeah,
Nako, may tayo kamay.
Exactly why Hiram Harris did well to move out of the way and take the digging help away, but then everyone just stood still.
I think move with a purpose. I like when do a hard cut. Make your defender really respect that haircut.
N1 ka pa, ha?
Yeah, you're spot on. Again, you credit the Phoenix. They just put their body in the right position.
Well, who's going to lead this at halftime? 50 seconds left, 47 each.
We going in tied.
2-for-1 opportunity here for Adelaide if they get a good look.
They ditch. Brings them into the front court. SOTTO,
Tira na!
Galloway and McCarron out there for the 36ers. And McCarron loses his grip. Ruben Tarangi to Foxwell.
You can see Mitch Creek on the far side. Originally, he wanted the 2-for-1 after that turnover, but now they're happy to settle and just get a really good shot before halftime.
Creek fake. Drakel off the mark, and the rebound is collected by Robert Franks. Sunday Ditch with 10 seconds left in the half. McCarron drives and gets the right sort of roll for his crowd on Christmas Eve. It's Adelaide with their noses in front at the break on the back of a man who's taken some bark off his nose, Mitch McCarron. The 36ers fighting hard in the first half to lead it 49-47.
Better defensive effort. I mean, Phoenix probably just missed a couple of easy shots. We've got ourselves a ball game. Looking forward to this. It's a huge second half, especially for the Adelaide 36ers.
Absolutely. Daniel Johnson in the first half for Adelaide, 13 points. He's standing by with John Casey.
Thanks very much, Matt. Yeah, DJ, 13 points there. Coming off the bench, you seem to have settled into that role pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be aggressive. We've come out a bit slow tonight. Our defense wasn't great, so I was just trying to give a bit of a punch off the bench.
And what do you think is going to be the key here? That was a great fight back. You were down 10, found a way to hit the lead. What do you need to do better in the second half?
I just got to pick the tempo up, especially at the defensive end. Fourth game in 10 days, so then they're going to have some tired legs, so we're just going to make it a bit of a up and down race.
Appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
Daniel Johnson there, and of course so much of what the Adelaide 36ers do revolves around Mitch McCarron, a championship winner with Melbourne. He led Australia to the World Cup gold medal on a couple of occasions again. Let's dig a little deeper now and find out about the Adelaide captain.
Tanong ni Marvin Santos, totoo po ba na kaya pinasok si Kai kasi nililigawan nila? Kasi mawawala ng sales nila pag umalis na si Kai. Don't think so. Siguro nakataon lang talaga na maganda yung nilalaro nila kapag nanggagaling sa second unit si DJ Johnson. I think kay SOTTO, wala na sila magagawa kung aalis siya sa kanyang pangatlong taon, no? So maybe. Pero hindi tayo sigurado dyan. Shoutout kay Franklin Abendan. Watching from West Africa. Layo niya na. Happy viewing, Gerson Casa, watching from Manila. Merry Christmas din, Aldrin Quilay. Maraming salamat sa pagbati. Sabi ni Paul Jason Cruz, Kai is the second most jersey sold in the NBL. Ako naniniwala dyan. Malakas talaga ang bentahe ni Kai. Merry Christmas to Perlado and Montes family of Cavite, Ramon Ligan. Yan, salamat po. Okay, hindi po dahil sa number 1 jersey ni Kai SOTTO ang nabebenta, malaki na kinikita nila. Ang kinikita po talaga ng NBL ay nanggagaling sa advertising po sa TV. Diyan po sa either ESPN o sa local channel nila. Kahit po rito sa Amerika, no, dyan po sila kumikita. Hindi po sa ticket sales, hindi po sa mga jersey sale. Yung pong TV rights po, dyan po sila kumikita sa advertising. Albert Sinel, watching from Agat, Guam. Happy viewing, everyone. Half a day, pagbati po dyan sa ating mga kababayan sa Guam. Dati ako tumira dyan, 15 years ako dyan sa Guam. Watching from Tanawan, Leyte, Wiseman Lucky. Happy viewing. Thank you so much sa pagdaan sa ating channel. Maraming po salamat. Paki-like naman yung ating video para naman na tayo ay konting request lang. Pa-Christmas nyo na. Paki-like naman. Thank you. Yan. Pangatin nyo. Shoutout po kay Renjun Narbuwada from UAE, Abu Dhabi. Happy viewing po. Galing kay Supermino. Shoutout din kay San Antonino. Repeat, San Antonino, NHS. Pa-shoutout Master kay Caleb Sebastian Sales na masarap ang tulog. Wala po sa NBA mock draft si Kai Soto. I'm not sure kung eligible pa siya sa draft, no? I think yung agent niya mismo ang maghahanap sa kanya ng team na hopefully, no, mangyari na magkaroon ng makapasok niya dito sa Summer League o kaya sa G League. Pero for now, wala pa tayong information tungkol po sa NBA Draft 2023. Bye-bye na ang NBL sa mga Pinoy pag nawala si Kai Soto. Unless kukuha sila ng isang Filipino star, no? Diyan sa Australia. Malay nyo, di ba?
And have a look at how they get an easy bucket. Good screen from McCarron because Antonius Cleveland got out of the way. Now, defensively, we did mention it. They've got to be a lot better. Kyle Ladner, what a terrific first half he had. But these are the kind of miscommunications they can't have. There's no screen there. Mitch McCarron does perfectly to get across that first screen. He gets clipped here from...
Okay, batian muna bago tayo magsimula. Sabat tayo tumigil. Happy viewing po sa lahat. Maraming po salamat sa mga nagpapa-shoutout. Pasensya na po. Napakarami po ninyo. Okay, simulan natin dito. Shoutout kay Brandy Madea. Shoutout po, idol, watching from Montelupa. Shoutout kay Caleb Sebastian Sales, San Antonino, NHS. Salamat po. Shoutout from Yao Zijin from Kuwait. At mga taga Cavite. Salamat po. Happy viewing sa mga taga Bicol, The Answer TV. Merry Christmas kapunto sa lahat ng Solid Kai supporters. Galing kay John Paulo Sarangay. Happy viewing po. It's a Rix. Bumabati. Salamat po. Watching from Las Piñas City. Shoutout po kay Era Andoy. Good vibes afternoon po sa lahat ng Kai SOTTO. Merry Christmas po. Happy holiday sa lahat. Sana po maganda po yung ating pagpasok ng Pasko. Shoutout po sa Class Conqueror 2022. Yan po, galing po kay Joel Codilia. Mga taga Jubail, maligayang panonood mga idols. Ronald Enyola, pagbati rin. Mula kay Marvin Ling, shoutout po watching from Qatar Duanes. Yan ba'y pinagsamang dalawang lugar? Naghahabol po sila ng score. Kung nagtatanong kayo bakit hindi pinapasok si Ian Clark, naghahabol sila kanina at medyo hindi pa alam siguro ni Ian Clark yung sistema ni CJ Broughton kaya baka mamaya pag gumanda yung lamang nila may pasok ya si Ian Clark. Shoutout idol watching from Jeddah KSA Jules TV. Happy viewing po. Salamat po. Watching from Paris, si MHON Vic France. Marami pong salamat. Watching from New Zealand, can't wait for slam dunk ni Kai. Oo nga, wala pa tayong dunk na nakikita mamaya. Sana magkaroon ng isang alley-oop. O malupit na 200 jam. Shoutout po kay Khalid Laguindab at Kat Era. Ganon din po kay Mila. Watching from Saudi Arabia, Damam. Galing kay Andre Palmes. Salamat po. Marvin Ling, Lord, shoutout po. Watching from Qatar Duanes. Salamat po. Reynold Dumaran, shoutout po kapuntos. Ray Dumaran from Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. Salamat po. Happy viewing din kay Gadget Restoration PH from Sorsogon City. Pa-shoutout idol. Salamat po. Happy viewing. Shoutout po kay Khalid Era at kay Mila watching from Saudi Arabia. Salamat po. Lahat ng nanonood kay Kaisa. Sabi ni Marvin Santos. Pagbati ba yan?
Night before Christmas, but it is loud in this house, Adelaide Entertainment Centre.
Watching from Cebu, Pat Acapulco. Salamat po. Happy viewing.
John Casey has more. He's sitting in a very famous seat case.
That's right, Matt. The seat I'm sitting in at the moment, normally occupied by MBL and Adelaide 36's legend Ken Cole. His wife Pauline sits here. Unfortunately, they can't be here tonight due to Ken's ongoing health problems, and we just wanted to wish them a Merry Christmas. A shout out to them. We know they're watching tonight. Let's hope the 36ers can get a win for Ken, and we look forward to seeing you and Pauline back in these seats courtside as soon as possible.
Well said, Case. Our thoughts with the Coles this evening and his team as he watches on from home. No doubt showing some fight in the second quarter, having led by double figures at one stage early, and they're fighting hard here and winning.
That's what they got to do. Extra possessions, good hustle there from Antonius Cleveland. And if you're the Phoenix, you've just got a gang rebound. Once that shot goes up from Antonius Cleveland, everybody's got to hit the boards, pull that down, limit them to one shot, and then get out and run on the other end.
51-47 with Franks at the line. Played a season at Brisbane. This is his first at Adelaide, averaging 17 points per game at 47%, 6 rebounds, couple of assists. Double figures in every game this season, Robert Franks. He's played all 17 for Adelaide. Adnam. Can they find some energy to start this second half? Madut working baseline for Pino. Unsuccessful, they come away empty.
It's a better defensive possession by Adelaide.
Soto's long reach wasn't enough there for the Sixers. Trey Kell pulls up for 3. That's what they needed.
No one declared the ball. Trey Kell didn't do a whole lot offensively in the first half, but you don't want to let him feel good about himself. Had a phenomenal game the other night. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Oh, he's a great two-way threat.
He has been playing some really good basketball, and guy who's been quiet in the first half, the last thing you want to do is give a shooter a wide open look.
That's good from McCarron. Made that look much easier than it was. Just back to Trey Kell. Yeah, those 10 rebounds, 6 assists you mentioned, Pete. They were season highs for Trey Kell. 17 points just behind the 24. He's had a couple of times as his season high. Or his NBL high.
Now, you don't mind guards crashing the boards. And again, Alan Williams hurt his ankle in that game, but did really well to tough it out. Normally, if you're a big guy who's a great rebounder like Alan Williams is, you flat when the guards come in and steal those.
Been tough for Mitch Creek so far. Robert Franks, well, he had plenty of room. There's not enough bridges on the floor for Southeast Melbourne right now.
Robert Franks getting to the basket. Adelaide doing a better job so far in this third quarter.
That's better from Mitch Creek.
Which gives them the opportunity to run out and get fast break, easy buckets.
You'd have to be brave to wear a Grinch outfit on Christmas Eve, sure. Oh, had a rough day. Franks comes away feeling good about himself.
He's up to 13 points in the contest on 6 of 8 from the field. 5 rebounds to go along with that.
Adelaide by 6, extending their halftime advantage. Mitch Creek just loses his possession. It's come off Adelaide. Say the umpire, the referees. Adnam the inbound. And Pino. Adnam, fed by Madut, shot from a long way outside, unsuccessfully, and Pino grabs the rebound, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow to come into play here.
Both had it for a considerable amount of time. Yes, of course he did. Did you take it off?
Good job by Dame Pinot. They will retain possession.
Adnam draws a whistle.
You hit him in the head.
Foul called on Antonius Cleveland. You heard the explanation.
Yeah, spot on. First glance, it looked like it was a bit of a ghost call, but explanation right there. You hit him in the head. Easy call.
Yeah, I had a chat.
Steady.
So Adelaide trying to beat Southeast Melbourne for the first time this season. In what is their final meeting of the regular season. Adnam whips it across court for Kell, who drives the lane and goes high over the hole. It's collected by Pino. He can't score. And Kai SOTTO shuts it down for Adelaide.
Again, another good defensive possession.
The rebound to Creek.
Unable to finish. Miss Creek kicks it to Kell for
His second triple of the quarter, Corey.
What happened to Kyle Adnam in the first quarter? You let him feel good from the free throw line. Hits a three after that. Trey Kell walked into the three about a couple of minutes ago, so he's feeling good. You didn't pick him up then, and now he hits a contested one in the corner.
George Earl Trey Kell the third. It's some name, and he's putting it up in lights here in the third quarter. With the rebound there. They can level it up right here. Junior Madu sets his feet, can't finish, and they stay three adrift. The crowd realising how important a stage of the game this is. SOTTO kicks it on for Detch. And now SOTTO works his way
Nice.
range and delivers.
Great decision from SOTTO, because that offense went nowhere. Everything was around the three-point line and didn't settle. Realised he had some time left on the shot clock, put the ball on the floor.
Nag-aabang na naman si DJ Johnson doon sa side. Papasok na naman.
Points, 8 boards.
Now it's Cleveland cutting to the rim off. Mitch McCarron with the N1 to come, Corey.
As he calls for the crowd to get into it. To see Cleveland with that quick bounce. I thought he was going to reverse that. Super athletic Trey Kell with the Amy replay. Wide open three in transition. Mitch Creek finds him again. Back-to-back triples for him. Mitch finds his guy in the open court. Cleveland finishes with the left hand after he takes the bump.
You're right. One more dribble. He could have flushed it.
Just so athletic.
We've heard from the coach in terms of what hit by his players. What about the 36ers when they're playing Santa for their teammates? What would they come up with?
CJ Brute.
Ang rebound yata ni Kai 25 or 6. 5 rebounds. Ayun.
Well, he's lost a bit more bark off the beat in this one this evening as Creek plays tough. Yes, Corey.
Tough.
That's the word.
Finish.
And they're playing tough to hang tough here. Trailing by 6 points.
I'll put it out there. Do you think Antonio Cleveland knows the plays?
Nope. Clearly. That's why he likes to play deep, is get it off the rim and push.
Get out in transition. You don't have to not worry about the half court.
You got to worry about no play.
Daniel Johnson gained the rebound. It was a soft rebound, fell in his lap, but then he couldn't finish. That would have really hurt. Creek inaccurate this evening. He wins possession, one-on-one with McCarron. Is the nose about to cop another bump?
That's a really, really good defensive stop from Mitch McCarron. Just put his body on the line. They don't come up with the rebound, so they've got to get another one.
Smith-Milner finds Ruben Tarangi. It was tall black to tall black.
So Mitch McCarron does a tremendous one-on-one effort to stop Mitch Creek. They come up with the board, the Phoenix, and they slow it down. Adelaide still don't get matched up. They give Ruben Tarangi a running start downhill. That can't happen. It's those little possessions that are going to separate them from the top six of being a really good team, or just hanging around them up.
Well, Adelaide's shooting percentage from half-time is dropping since. As a result, South East Melbourne within 4 points. A Christmas Eve crowd.
Okay, you don't want that. Okay, we're here to win.
He wants a Christmas win, CJ Bruton.
Well, unfortunately, one team can win.
Adnam, nice bounce pass. Smith Milner, the runner goes. And it's young Nick Marshall, the 23-year-old Adelaide local, bringing them up the floor for the veteran Johnson. Karen was looking for Hiram Harris.
Right idea, just the pass is a little bit behind it. CJ Bruton, good call to have a timeout here and talk things over.
So timeout here on Christmas Eve tomorrow night. We're at Kudos Bank Arena, where the Sydney Kings and Melbourne United will play the first game on Christmas Day. And there's some breaking news out of the Sydney Kings who've confirmed that Xavier Cooks is on track to play on ankle injury and take to the court. He was desperate to play.
Listen, here's what I'm going to say. He owns Melbourne United.
Guys, ready na ba kayo sa finals ng PBA? Ginebra Dragons. Sino man nanalo sa game 1? Bukas na, di ba? Dragons. Naku. Mga barangay dito. Meron mga taga-barangay. Ayan na.
Because of all this MVP talk, and he's now no longer the top of that in number 1. He's not in pole position.
Ayan na.
So he got to come out and put on. I don't
Bukas,
think
nakaw.
that game no more.
Makakaalaman.
Picked the perfect game and the perfect time because Melbourne are rolling a little bit right now, and Xavier Cook's being healthy. The big
who's guarding
rivalry?
Who's guarding?
Well, I mean, I can ask that. Who's guarding him in the league though? There's not many in the league who guard Xavier Cooks.
I'm just saying tomorrow.
Melbourne getting home to the open air game last night to really set up Christmas night. And if you've got a gap in your Christmas evening, we'd love you to join us.
Absolutely.
Just turn your TV on.
Absolutely. Get on there. There's only so many times you can watch. Well, we're going to end up changing Die Hard. Christmas movie or not, there's only so many times you can watch it.
This is history. Join us in creating history tomorrow.
John McLean and Hans Gruber can wait for another night. Watch the NBL on Christmas night. There's debate whether it's even a Christmas movie. It's Torrey Smith Milner. He's feeling it now all of a sudden. Precious little minutes, Pete, but he's delivering.
He absolutely is, as is everybody who steps on the floor. And debate Die Hard being a Christmas movie whilst watching the NBL. Talk to me about a better setup.
There you go. And they're flexing in Adelaide. They feel their team is going to be in front at the finish. A long way until we reach that point, but they're up by 1 as we speak.
Pinabayaan nila ang lamang. Nakaw.
Urgency increasing as Adnam is fouled on the three-point shot.
Smart move. Kyle Adnam, you hear CJ Bruton barking at the young fella, Nick Marshall, as this toys with Milner. He's shown that he can do that throughout his career. Nick Marshall was trying to defend Kyle Adnam, and it's the opposite contest of what we saw from Sunday Detch in the first half, just too aggressive. And you send a man to the free throw line who's normally automatic.
Adnam at the line for 3. John Casey courtside.
Matt, I've just spoken to the Adelaide 36's doctor, and he has confirmed that Mitch McCarron is going to need stitches post-game to tidy up that nasty gash he has on his nose from that accidental clash a little bit earlier. But it's a nasty cut. They've done well to stop the bleeding at the moment. He confirmed that his nose is broken again, which he broke a few weeks ago. And I know Mitch is going to be really disappointed about this because he's supposed to be in the Christmas photos tomorrow with the family. And they might have to do some Photoshop work on that.
Oh, my God, you're going to do a lot of Photoshop work. That nose is a compass. That is every which way.
Funny how it works. We pre-record those chats with the teammates who all say he needs a new nose. And tonight, the nose, as we play those...
Siguro mga naka less than mga 15 minutes na si Kai, no? Sa loob.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's what he does well.
Daniel Johnson up to 15 points on Very efficient, 5 of 7.
6 rebounds to go with it.
Still Kyle Adnam leading all scorers with 18. Robert Franks bouncing away. And Daniel Johnson, 17 points.
Not boxing out. It's DJ. Easy offensive rebound and putback.
That's the position they're going to continue to bring Daniel Johnson off the bench now with Costello starting. It's a nice little offensive punch. He's going to be aggressive no matter what.
So the ball with Adelaide here.
You have to think right now we're not going to see any Ian Clark tonight on the floor. 1:20 to go. If he hasn't played now,
he's not.
You're not going to throw him in there in the last quarter unless the game is out of hand and you just want to get some fitness into it.
He's looked super relaxed all evening. The former Utah, Denver, Golden State, New Orleans NBA player, the championship winner at Sydney last year. We thought tonight would be his Adelaide debut. It may yet be, but you reckon not, men, at this stage, given the point of the game we're at.
And Corey, as someone who we saw last year, he had phenomenal numbers. His coach tells you, look, you want to get out there for just a couple minutes, just get a feel. It's going to go towards your averages.
I'm going to sit this one out,
if
Coach.
You've got 2 or 3 minutes, just get out there. Oh, Coach, I think I'm play a minimum of 15. A minimum of 15, I can get 10, 15 points in that time. You give me 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to sit this one out.
Foul on Grant Tisovic out there for Southeast Melbourne. And this season, with thanks to MG, you can win a brand new MG ZS EV electric car. It's valued at $49,990. nbl.com.au/winmg. I listened to Andrew Gay's talk last night glowingly about the
test drive,
MG ZS EV.
It's a smooth-looking vehicle.
Said he didn't know it was on until he zoomed off and just kept going.
Well, I know when you are driving 10 kilometres an hour, you can't really tell. So.
Foxwell and Tisovic. And here's Mitch Creek. Trying to cut this 5-point lead by Adelaide. And Creek takes 3 off it straight away.
So tough because Adelaide loaded up behind the ball perfectly. Hiram Harris was guarding Mitch Creek and everyone else took steps towards the middle of the floor to shrink it. So Mitch Creek saw that and decided to step out and knock the 3 ball down.
Tally is up to 15.
7 of 16 from the field for Creek. Here's Ditch. Ran out of options and goes back for Daniel Johnson for 3, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
And Smith Milner can't do
that.
A thing with DJ. Walks into that. Nice.
That's tough.
3
really tough, mate.
Good contest. Good hit.
So here's this Torrey Smith Milner one. You've done your job. No, I'll tell you what.
He didn't foul him.
He's got a really good case. So they're saying that he's already fouled before Daniel Johnson pulled his arm down, but based on the angle we just saw, I thought he did that exceptionally well. Stopped short enough, closed out. Have another look at this. Right there, and
great closeout.
There's no foul?
Not from that angle.
Well, not from the other one either.
So Adelaide cut a break. 72-69.
The ball don't lie about it.
Smith Milner still shaking their head.
Come on.
Leaves 2 on the floor.
That's a great hustle for Adelaide to get that back.
So have no look here.
That's no foul.
Well,
DJ pulled his hand.
Yeah, unless they're saying that the palm of his hand hit his chin first, but it looks like no foul at all. And in the end, he got the offensive rebound.
But then Adelaide get the ball back in the dying seconds of the third quarter. Robert Franks guarded by Creek. Franks has the ball bounce over the top of the hole. Ruben Tarangi, and they can't get down court in time. So
ito na, fourth quarter na. Pasok kaya si Kai. I think lamang ang Hinebra, no? Sa mga kapuntos natin dito. Hinebra ba mananalo o Dragons? Brownlee. Barangay. Ilan ang lamang? Kung Hinebra, ilan lamang? Trenta? Dikit daw, dikit. Grabe naman yan. Paglalampaso na yan. 30. Kasama na sabon at hilod. Pag 30 yan. 136 to 100. Grabe naman. Ganun kalakas ang Dragons. Meron silang ano ron Goliath, no? Giant. Meron dikit, merong malaki ang lamang. Hinebra, 200 to 50. Nako, malupit yan. May nanaginip pa? Kung si Kai Soto nasa Hinebra, pwede kaya talunin ng Dragons?
Tell you what, both teams have shown.
Okay, andyan na si Soto, guys. Focus tayo, focus.
That big three ball.
Let's go.
Johnson misses free throws, which he normally is money.
Daniel Johnson leading all scorers with 20. Mitch McCarron off the mark, but Franks gets the ball and makes sure they leave with something.
It's a great job right there on the old boards.
Just wanted it more.
Southeast Melbourne Phoenix not boxing out, and the rebound count grows. Almost doubles, 40 to 23.
Quick shoutout lang tayo sa Gallego family. Jason Gallego, happy viewing po dyan sa Quezon City. Salamat po. Nod muna tayo, nod tayo.
And as Ruben Tarangi finds Trey Kill. Now Owen Foxwell, tough shot. Can't get it to go. And here's Antonius Cleveland.
And he's going to the line.
Napakataas naman ng pasa na yun.
Scores mentality. And we all know, since we've been watching what Adelaide teammates want to get him. Remember it, right?
I mean,
one man fast break.
Yeah, he's going to have some friends and stuff watching.
Wala pong block si Kai Soto, wala.
Go back and have a look at that. Every single person, including the coach, saying you need a playbook and a GPS. Not ideal.
What was it, new iPhone, a map, a GPS, and a playbook?
Love it.
He just walks out the door each morning and follows his feet.
Does it in transition too. That's all he's got to do.
$74-69. 1 minute gone in the fourth. Adelaide in seventh, right on the edge of the playing bracket. Southeast Melbourne third. Hoping to finish the regular season in the top two. Guaranteed finals position.
Good one-on-one defense. Oh, my goodness. And here he is. Taking off.
Cleveland.
Who needs a playbook? When you got that quick hands. Great one-on-one containment defense first and then pokes it away. See you later.
And suddenly it's 7 the advantage. The 12 games of Christmas. This is day 11 of 14 straight days of live NBL action.
Another phenomenal one-on-one defensive possession.
They're winning it at the defensive end at the moment, Adelaide.
Ayun no, mismatch. Bigay kay mismatch. Sayang.
Ditch.
Mismatch oh. Bigay na.
Robert Franks called by Soto.
Well, I missed him. It was Owen Fox or Kai Sotto underneath the hoop. That ball's just going to go up anywhere near the top of the square.
Nice ball movement, but Mitch McCarron shuts it down, and Kai Sotto goes down.
Mitch McCarron comes out of nowhere. What looked like 2 points. They will now take it out of bounds. Great one-on-one defense. I mean, what do we expect? He is the reigning defensive player of the year. Easy finish. Do not dribble the ball around.
You don't over-dribble. That's
Cleveland. That's for sure.
And back to Mitch McCarron. Good block. I mentioned he contributes in so many ways. Leading rebounder for Adelaide 5 times this season. Leading their assists 8 times this season. Leading scorer at times as well. Now, Torrey Smith-Milner, his shot short. Soto the rebound. And here come the 36ers again.
You can smell the 36ers understanding they get this opportunity for them to try and open this game up.
Karen, he's deep in his bag. His handles. You know, he normally thinks of his offense last after looking at everybody else to get a shot first. How's the handles on it?
Just repeating that news from John Casey. Mitch McCarron sporting a broken nose that will need stitches
Second
post game.
Broke it again.
Missing free throws.
How many broken noses for you, Corey, during your career?
1.
Remember who the assailant was?
No, I was here though in Australia when I broke it.
Well, 2 in the matter of a few weeks, Mitch McCarron. You're getting awfully close to a mask, surely.
Creek finds Trey Kell baseline. And he turns it over. And now Torrey Smith-Milner commits the foul.
Just another really good defensive possession. They have stepped up in this fourth quarter. Throughout a game like this as Adelaide, you would know your opponent played 4 games in the last 10 days. You can sense that fatigue and us needing to step it up right now to really have an opportunity to break this game open, and that's exactly what's happening.
And they've shown these little patches on the defensive end because they've actually got outstanding one-on-one defenders, which it's kind of confusing as to why they struggle across the course of a whole game. Mitch McCarron, we know, is an exceptional defender. Sunday Dech has been and the reigning defensive player of the year. So you've got those 3 out there on the court at the same time.
Why are they not clicking?
Franks.
They're clicking right now when it matters.
So Southeast Melbourne's earlier lead of 10 points is now matched by Adelaide. 10 points. Adelaide, no Anthony Drimmick tonight because of illness. They haven't played their new import, Ian Clark. They're out by 10. And the foul there from...
Paano foul yun?
But his fatigue starting to catch up with the Phoenix. No Gary Brown, Alan Williams, Joe Chi has led.
Well, it's bound to happen eventually. And again, Mitch Creek, he's played just under 29 minutes tonight. Played 47 and a half minutes in that double overtime game. Played 3 days later on short notice.
The crowd wants hungry Jacks.
But it hurts even.
He's hungry.
It hurts even more when you are severely undermanned, but you're on fire because everybody else is just going to focus on you, the defense.
And the second one,
that should be 2 points. And it is. Kai Sotto, he was trying to feed everybody, but you touch the ball when it's on the hoop. And in the end, it's a 3-point play for the Phoenix.
Sunday, they're just reviewing it.
So they're having a look at it again, and as soon as that ball hits the rim and goes
Nahawakan ba?
So it's basically a rebounding contest. Kai Sotto tips it in. Have another look here. He tries to get it off the rim, but...
So they'll just review to make sure that Kai Sotto did touch the ball.
Natawakan nga.
2 points. There you go.
Yeah.
Referee signaling the 2 points are going to count. The interesting thing is, who gets those points? I know Torrey Smith-Milner shot it, but normally if the opposition puts it in, I think it's the closest person. Well, there you go. It goes to the court captain.
Parang nakita ko tumayo na si DJ Johnson ah.
There you go. Mitch McCarron and Sunday Dech.
Well, so if you're just tuning in and seeing that, so Mitch Creek is credited for the 2 points thanks to Kai Sotto not being able to grab that ball off the hoop and give everybody burgers.
Ayan na. Diyos ko na po.
Mitch to 17 points. Behind Kyle Adnam.
Pumasok na si
teammate,
DJ.
18, leading all scorers so far. Daniel Johnson with 20. So still plenty of time here for Southeast Melbourne. More than 6 minutes left. It's Adnam who gave them or helped them to such a strong start. Smith Milner.
Putrages.
You take it how you can get it.
Wanted to pass it. Had plenty of room around him, and in the end was forced to take that room and almost scored by accident.
Really good minutes tonight from Tory Smith-Milner. Just 14 minutes, but he's got 9 points. Southeast Melbourne just hanging around.
Franks misses. Smith-Milner the rebound.
Then that's just great one-on-one defense, using your chest to keep the offensive play in front of you.
Well, that's exactly what it was. Mitch Creek, your hands are up, and he just trusts his size, his physicality to just play through the chest.
Here's Mitch McCarron. You can hear the countdown of the clock in the background. They use all the available time and come away with points.
Just to break down at the end to give Nick Marshall an easy backdoor layup at the bottom of at the end of the shot clock.
Trey Gell off the mark. The rebound to Robert Franks. It's his 8th board of the game. And he'll try and score at the other end. Looks good through the air. It looks even better through the bottom of the net. They're out by 13. Robert Franks nodding his head. One hand on a Christmas present right here.
20 points in the contest, 9 of 15. 60%.
86-73, Adelaide in front.
Satisfied na ba kayo? Nakilang minuto ba si Kai Sotto? May mga 15 minutes pataas ba?
So they've kicked now, the 36ers. 4.5 minutes left. What's the answer for Southeast Melbourne right now, man?
An offensive set. Creek, a good look. Kyle Adnam having, he's gone quiet in his second half.
But you'd expect him to clamp up a little bit after he got off the first half. But again, look at this 20 points from DJ. Robert Franks had 20. The two big men, and Kai Sotto's got 10 boards. That's where they were going to have the advantage tonight.
Adnam 16 points to half-time. He's sitting on 18 at the moment. $86-73, Adelaide closing in on another win, 3rd in a row.
Now, executive decision time. It's burgers for the people in
20
Adelaide.
minutes, si Kai Sotto.
Free throws. With Kai Sotto touching it and making it 2 points, it's 2 missed free throws. So burgers for Christmas.
Wow.
What's that? There's your code, chat. There'll be plenty of chat tomorrow. Fun and festivity, and you can start that party early with some free cheeseburgers, courtesy Tory Smith-Milner.
Well, courtesy Kai Sotto.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just a man of the people. We were too busy trying to figure out the court captain, and it's burgers.
That's the way to go, fans MVP back-to-back, isn't it? Kai Sotto.
6 lang ang shot attempt ni Kai Sotto eh. 6 lang, no? Mababa masyado yung shot attempt niya.
Get any large burger meal at Hungry Jack's and enter your receipt code. You get 4 tickets to a basketball game in the US, flights, spending money, accommodation, and Corey Williams is your travelling partner if you like.
Well, I tell you this, This is a fantastic trip to win.
There's a lot of fantastic things to win.
What's the first thing you'd do in LA if you were sent there tomorrow, Corey? What's Christmas Day? So let's pick another day. What's your highlight attraction in LA? We'll come back to that. Here's Antonius Cleveland, just a pocket pass for Robert Franks, and his fellow American can't finish.
I'm going to watch a Laker game.
Oh, you would? Surely not now.
I would right now.
Poor man.
Couldn't get a clean grab at the ball. Comes away for Mitch Creek. If Southeast Melbourne have a way out, this man surely is the key. But they need to get going, and Owen Foxwell hears that call. The ball falls for Smith Milner, and his big night continues.
13 points, nice little pass fake. Not over. Sometimes Adelaide looks like they run away with it.
Daniel Johnson, hard off the rim and away from the bucket. Torrey Smith-Milner, you mentioned the 13 points. He's been averaging just 1 point per game. Not many opportunities, and he's in the action again.
He has taken full advantage of it. You can see everybody else, they're tired, except him because he hadn't played as much. He's delivering 5 of 7 from the field, 13 points, and he's going to the line for 2.
To make it 10 points the difference.
Ay, pagbati sa lahat. Merry Christmas po sa inyo. Maraming po salamat sa ating mga kababayan na pumasok dito. Maraming po salamat. Salamat po sa inyo lahat. Merry Christmas po.
Daylight time. Pete Hurley will be in the house. Derek Rucker is there. Joe Healy, Felix Von Hoff.
Perfect post-Christmas ham. Food coma. You take your little nap. Up you get.
Decent Christmas Day crowd as well of about 8,500.
Ayan na. Close out. Kay papasko. Let's go.
And who knows how many watching around Australia and around the world.
And you mentioned the big inclusion of Xavier Cooks looking very probable to play, but don't forget they signed Santa the Kings.
Oh, that's right.
So
he might be a bit fatigued after a big night.
You think so?
But that'll be about 36 hours straight by the time he's rocking Kudos Bank Arena tomorrow evening.
Tira na! Tira na!
As Kai SOTTO goes to Mitch McCarron. Stripped of the ball by Adnam.
Good hands. Can they get a bucket and convert?
Ball goes down low to Creek, who draws the foul. I think it's on Robert Franks.
7 points. 7 points so far. 7 points.
Antonius Cleveland.
Shout out kay John Mar Jobson from Bacolod. Mandalagan Shelly. Shout out po.
Again, this is a game they're supposed to win. With the Phoenix missing so many key guys, this is a game they're supposed to win. So all these little moments of slippage, they like to call it, where you're not playing the way that Adelaide wants to play every single possession. That's why CJ Bruton, he's so unhappy on the sideline. Because you're trying to build now. You're trying to build towards the next at the end of the season next year. That's the biggest key.
We heard one of his players say by the coach.
Isang 3 points lang, makaka-double-double si Kai. Sana tumira ng 3.
Really that sort of character, but he's certainly a character who strives for excellence, as is testified by his glorious playing career.
I'm not sure you can name any coach in any pro league that doesn't need a heart rate monitor.
Creek.
Oh,
they're certainly not done.
This game is
Southeast Melbourne.
Mitch Creek is up to 22 in the contest.
He had to have a big night, given the players they have missing. Franks.
Just sloppy on this offensive end. Last couple of possessions from Adelaide.
McCarron back for Franks, who wants a better look.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
Nakaw
Franks
po.
careers into Owen Foxwell, and there's some life in the Phoenix right now.
We've got to shoot
Nakaw
that three ball.
po.
Robert Franks. McCarron did the right thing, and here's that turnover.
Foxwell comes up with the steal, gets it to Creek for the 3, and then Foxwell on the other end takes the charge. The young DP stepping up, making big plays.
He's a 19-year-old, Corey.
Making big plays.
Only NBL game 14 as a teenager.
Nagkumpula na sila sa loob.
Splash the 3 in the corner in the throwdown. Everyone was like, what's going on here? He's got a really bright future ahead of him. Tore up the NBL 1 south for Eltham.
Make it interesting and get a bucket right now. You got to go to Wolf
Gotta
Creek.
make a stop. Gotta make a stop.
Couple of India 1 MVPs head-to-head tomorrow in Norway and Shea Illy.
Oh, here we go.
Here's Trey Kell, just catches the front of the rim and misses the mark. It's a big miss, would have made it a one-shot game. Now, Southeast Melbourne turn to defence. Adelaide through McCarran. Just under 90 seconds to play.
Pasa na. Ang bagal.
Camped in the corner and unable to finish. It's Antonius Cleveland. So another big possession here for Phoenix. Creek. The runner goes.
To Wolf Creek.
Oh, boy.
4-point game. 24 points on 10 of 19.
South to 12, 14 points. Adelaide looked like they just responded the right way, and Phoenix just haven't laid down. I mean, credit Owen Foxwell and Toy Smith-Milner in the last couple of minutes, but here's the Amy replay.
Great take.
Trey Kell not forcing anything from the three, and it's Mitch Creek's game. Can shoot with either hand really well when it gets that deep.
Beautiful floater over Kai Soto. Outstretched hand. That's not an easy play to make.
No, it's not. The lack of offensive execution from Adelaide being sped up by the Phoenix. The Phoenix have responded offensively.
Dancing rain dance. Sweaters. Pumping the snoot.
Marami talaga. Swapang talaga. Open na open kanina eh.
If you were
Christmas Carol.
Absolutely.
It's a gangster rapper. Now he got Christmas carols.
anyone,
Diversified that.
Rebecca Black to me.
We got ourselves a ball game.
We do. And again, if the last 2 minutes on Adelaide's offense have shown anything, one stop here from the Phoenix and good execution for themselves. They're every chance to steal this.
So Adelaide inbound the ball. Robert Franks. As the pressure mounted goes to Harris. And they're into the front court.
Nag
1
small
minute
ball
left
pa.
in
Oh.
Adelaide. Who's going to make it 3 straight wins? Antonius Cleveland. The finger roll didn't go. He gets the ball back, leaves it short, and it falls for Adnam.
What a possession from Dave Pinot, the second effort.
Oh, Creek under pressure now. And he's stripped of the ball by McCarran. And then foul. It comes from Foxwell.
Had it. Oh, Foxwell just coughed it up.
Mitch wants an unsportsmanlike foul, doesn't it?
It's not for the original. It's not for the one that was called, I don't think.
No.
He's saying straight after the turnover is what he wanted one for.
Does he think Mitch Creek reached out and grabbed an arm?
I think that's what he's asking. The first one, I mean, the one that was called. So here's the turnover right there. I think he was saying right there. I think he was saying Mitch Creek was grabbing at him when he was on the floor. But he's right. You can see it there. 100%.
It sure is.
They've missed that one. And it's showing on the big screen of the entertainment centre just to really rile up the Adelaide fans.
And I think Chris Reid, to his credit, saw that and just acknowledged, well, everyone makes mistakes.
Everyone does. We're all human.
I mean, the way they were positioned on the floor, there was 3 guys around him. Really tough to pinpoint. In the end, 2 points.
So it's 6 the difference. 40 seconds left. Creek for 3. He's shot short. Cleveland grabs the rebound.
Just about do it, you'd think.
Tough now for the Phoenix.
Well, we say that, but it is the NBL. We say crazy things have happened.
Mitch McCarran.
That is one angry man.
He's angry today.
A broken nose that requires 5 or 6 stitches will do that to you on Christmas Eve, Pete.
Well, yeah, you're right, and he's been given a delay game warning, and probably fair enough. The little smiles once that final siren goes, they come away with a win.
So Adelaide, champions in 2002. That was their last title. They came into this season hot chips, especially after taking down Phoenix. They're trying for 3 straight wins for the first time this season. It'll be a nice way to fight back from 3 straight losses before that.
And then there will be a log jam with 9 wins. 4 teams has 9 wins.
It's going to be a great race. So
Sure
the new look postseason.
Oh, that's
the
what
new look
it
postseason.
couldn't have come in at a better time, because you've got teams who are trying to get out of that and finish top 2, not have to worry about the playing tournament. You've got the teams who are going to be around 5th and 6th who want to hold on to it, and then you've got teams who are 6th and 7th trying to claw their way in.
If you want great sports television, take in Unrivaled. You can catch it on ESPN, KO, Binge, YouTube. Corey, you were watching it this afternoon. I know you watched this part very closely.
I definitely was watching it.
Yo, if you want to, don't stop. I know you're telling me. Easy to stop one thing is easy to stop going the wrong way. Get your minds clear.
Yes, salamat po. Salamat po. Merry Christmas po sa lahat. Hanggang sa muli, tayo magsama-sama dito sa ating live stream. Salamat po sa pumasok. Thank you po. Sa mga nagpabati, hindi nabati, pasensya na po. At medyo nanonood din tayo ng laban eh. Mahirap po talaga kapag ganyan. Wala po talagang play para kay Soto.
Both highs and lows, and it is fascinating viewing every single episode of what goes on.
Thank you po, sir. Salamat po.
We crave that sort of accessibility, and now Foxwell. Wow. The tray from the corner.
Humihirit pa.
92-88.
First of all, held the screen. But they cash it in all net.
On the screen is right. Absolutely
Guts.
cleaned up Mitch McCarron, but Owen Foxwell.
Guts. Nothing but nylon.
10 points tonight. Throw in
5 players in double figures. That is really impressive when you consider who they're missing. It's a great trap.
couple of rebounds, 3 assists for Foxwell as well. McCarron, the Sunday ditch, they're working the clock. And the foul comes from Mitch Creek.
Good job by Adelaide. Taking care of the ball, not turning it over. In this game, they have 16 turnovers, but first half they had 10. They've done a better job in this second half taking care of the ball.
Tony's clear 1 of 3 on the line from tonight. He's had 5 assists, 9 rebounds, 11 points. Big free throws right here.
Shout out Ginebra, Gilas, Miami, Soto. Pa-shout out boss. Watching from Rizal.
Oh, it has been done, Matt.
Acompañado and Gomez family. Happy viewing po sa inyo lahat.
Possession for Adelaide.
Shoutout din kay Joel Codilia. Pa-shoutout po sir, Mrs. Po sir, Miss Hanamichi Yukab. Happy viewing po. Salamat po. RDD TV Cebu. Shoutout dyan. Salamat po, Lods. CJ Bruton resign.
That foul, the three-point shot was off the mark. But Adelaide are on the mark. Antonius Cleveland with the last
Shout out
possession.
sa asawa ko na si Loretta, kay Bernard Malakas. Shout out Kaputos, Roel Villaris, nagpapa-shout out po. Maraming po salamat. Thank you po sa lahat. Merry Christmas. May mga inaanak nyo, naghihintay na dyan sa labas. Bukas.
In the end, Adelaide just too much firepower, which is what we probably expected with how many key outs the Phoenix had. Robert Franks was terrific.
Shout out kay John Michael Lopez ng Talisay City, Cebu. Maraming salamat po. Thank you sa mga dumaan. Maraming po salamat. Balik po kayo pag meron tayong mga susunod pang video. Merry Christmas niyan, Roel Villarias. Salamat po. 3 straight starting center, Kai. 3 straight winning game for 36ers. Galing kay Third of Vibes. Salamat po. Merry Christmas. Salamat. Yes. I think buena si Kai Soto pag nag-start. So, wag na sanang baguhin yung lineup na yan. I think 22 minutes is good enough. Yung kanilang import hindi nakapaglaro eh, no? Kahit isang minuto hindi po nakapaglaro yung import. So ibang-iba po kumpara dati na 3 minutes lang ang binibigay kay Kai Soto, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 22 minutes. Malaki po ang pagbabago tong mga minuto ni Kai Soto and ag-i-improve po talaga. So hopefully, no, magdire-diretso na ito. Thank you po. Thank you guys. And si Idol, oh, pinapakita. Happy holidays po. Good luck sa Hinebra at Dragons bukas. Ingat-ingat lang sa pagpusta. Yung tama lamang. So, salamat po. Salamat po. Kai Soto fans, dito lang kayo pumunta at talagang yung mga toxic na kababayan natin eh talagang sisipain natin pag dito po marangkada. So dito na lang kayo tumambay kung ayaw nyo ng toxic. Talagang hindi natin hahayaan yung mga toxic na yan. Thank you po mga boss, mga misis, mga sisters, brothers, mga apo, anak, pamangkin, marami po salamat sa inyo lahat. Kapuntos will be signing off. God bless you all. Humihirit pa si Jorgen Sumok watching from Thailand. Shoutout sa misis ko na si Cindy. Thank you po. Kapuntos, tirahin natin ang mga bashers ni Kai. Sana matanggal na si Broton. Ay, hindi po obra dito. Yung mga bashers at haters na yan, talaga pong may kalalagyan sila. Tackle Sports TV, salamat boss. Diyan sa Bacoor City, mga Kabiteño, salamat po. Mga kababayan ko, taga Kabiteño. Happy viewing po dyan. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, at yung mga kababayan natin kung saan-saan man dyan. Salamat po sa mga pumasok. Thank you po. Yes. Tumaas yung standing nila. Paki-shoutout po sa wife ko na si Malet Villar naglalaba while watching Kai game from Sangkol de Polog City. Oh, happy paglalaba dyan. Galing kay Bibiano Villar Jr. Happy sa paglalaba sa iyong asawa. Tulungan mo para mabilis matapos. Merry Christmas sa lahat. Thank you, JR Sky TVPH. Merry Christmas sa inyo dyan. Marami po salamat. We'll be back sa next game nila. December 29. Kalaban ng Brisbane Bullets. Yan po yung next game ng Adelaide 36ers. Markahan nyo na. Brisbane Bullets, December 29 against Adelaide 36ers. Sa home court po yan ng Adelaide 36ers. Sa mga umahabol, 7 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 22 minutes. Pangatlong starting na po ni Kai Sotto. At naging crispa yung kanyang minuto. Again, no, wala po siyang masyadong shot attempts. 6 lang ang shot attempt niya, 3 ang pumasok. Plus 8 po yung kanyang efficiency, player efficiency rating is plus 8. Tutusin, mataas pa po yung minuto niya kay Daniel Johnson. Si Daniel Johnson, 17 minutes lang po naglaro. But Daniel Johnson got 20 points. Pero negative 4 po siya sa kanyang efficiency. Alright guys, thank you po, salamat. At tayo mag-end na ng ating stream. Salamat po. Hanggang sa muli. Salamat po. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. Abangan nyo na lang yung susunod natin video. Re-recap lang natin at pag-usapan natin itong laro na ito. God bless to all. God bless. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Papa Jesus.